Another Prime Battle grind. Start preparing now. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the upcoming Super EZA for the LR Tech Prime Battle Super Saiyan Goku. We'll talk a little bit about what this unit is doing and how you can prepare yourself for his Super EZA coming up here in just a couple of days. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in. So first things first, when I initially set out to record this video, right, I was going to go over all of the details for preparing these guys down here. You see, when this guy initially EZA'd, you had to have specific units in order to awaken EZA him. You had to have the not the prime battle, but the story LR Goku Black. You had to have the incredible gem cooler. You had to have the Frieza, Raditz, basically all of these characters who awaken from story events, or this guy is actually a Dokkan event, and the Baba shop. And you had to have all of these guys fully EZA'd in order to take down the event. However, in the midst of my initial recording, they dropped this bad boy right here. So they are actually currently revamping this story event, or Prime Battle event rather, to include all of the stages necessary. So there will no longer be two separate stages, right? It'll be the Prime Battle stage, the EZA stage, and the Super EZA stage. More or less the same way they ran the Bio Broly one, right? If you guys remember, during Worldwide Celebration, Bio Broly had the full Prime Battle event and then the EZA stage attached to level 4. Now, there's going to be a pretty similar concepts, I'm assuming, with this new setup, where there'll be a Extreme Z stage and then a stage 5. Well, given that, you may be wondering, right, well then what the heck are we farming out? Well, I mean, obviously you want to farm out the unit itself, right? We can take a look at his EZA stage and kind of figure out already what we need to do, so we can prepare ourselves for Monday when he releases. So the first thing you want to do is, first off, before taking on the event, help yourself out and go grind out a Vegeta's family team, right? The Vegeta's family is going to be the increased drop rate. I see no reason why the revamped event won't change that. It does mention that you can include Ginyu Force and Team Bardock on the team, but I don't think that's going to affect the drop rate. I mean, as after all, if we look at the Bio Broly, it mentions the same thing. You can include Ginyu Force and Team Bardock, but they did not affect the drop rate, which, right, without the, basically what that could be used for is to take down the EZA stage. It'll make the EZA stage easier, but it's not going to increase your overall drop rate for completing the event. So definitely would make sure to grind out as many characters as you can from Vegeta's family. Now, because this is a Prime Battle, right, you need to use free-to-play characters. So if you look over here on the Dokkan Wiki, you can see all of the Vegeta's family characters you want to use. So my biggest recommendation, right, is to grind out the 2 LRs to increase, help yourself out, especially given this third stage here, right? So you want to grind out the Prime Battle Vegeta. I mean, heck, you don't even have to have him EZA, to be completely honest. Although it would help. I mean, it won't matter for the. I can't imagine the EZA. I can't imagine the stages being any more difficult than they were before. So you probably don't even have to grind these guys out. Just like get 110 LR, and because both of these guys have had their full campaigns already, you can go to their Prime Battle events and get the LR done fairly quickly. In fact, like if you spent the next 2 days grinding these two guys out, if you didn't have them already from their respective Prime Battle events, you could probably have each one done on each day. And I highly recommend you do that, because it's going to make your grind for this Goku that much easier, because you don't trust me. When it comes to Prime Battle, right, needing 777 of these medals, it's going to be rough. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be real rough, especially because you're going to want to grind. Well, I'm assuming they're going to condense stage 3 and stage 4, because previously you could grind both of these, but the drop medal rate, because you also wanted you also wanted to get this. The stage 4 was also the easiest way to get extra copies. Like, the extra copies of Goku barely dropped in stage 1, so I can assume that the revamped event is going to be like Broly. So with your full free-to-play Vegeta's family team, you'll be able to run stage 1. You'll run stage 1 once it unlocks, right? You'll want to run stage 1 as many times as you can to get 29 copies of the Goku. This is assuming you haven't grinded him out at all. You really want to make sure you do this. Grind out 29 copies of the Goku. Then, once you've got your 29 copies, you'll want to go on to stage 2 and awaken them, right? With 29 copies, you're going to have 10 for the SA10, 10 for the second SA10, right? So that's 20 copies. Another 4 for the hidden potential, and another 5 for the SA5 upon EZA. So 29 copies is what you're going to need. Now, each one is going to need 15 of these medals in order to awaken, right? So you can see that here. 15 medals in order to awaken each one. So for these medals, you're going to need a total of to get all the way up to SA25, right? You're going to need a total of you're going to need a total of 45 of these medals. So 1 for the SA10, 1 for the SA20, and 1 for the SA5. So 45 medals from this. And again, you want to be using Vegeta's family to increase the drop mode. I doubt it's going to change. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the same drop rate effective category. They could change it to like Wicked Bloodline or something. I don't know. But I'm going to assume it's relatively the same. Then, of course, comes the arduous 777 medal grind. So once it unlocks, the stage 3 and stage 4 are going to be condensed into one stage more than likely, and then you'll want to run until you get 777 medals to unlock the SA10. Then you're going to have to do the grind again for another 777 medals for the SA20. And then you're going to have to do the grind again for the 777 medals for the SA25, bringing your grand total all the way up to 2,331 medals. Now, I know that seems like it's a lot, but here is the thing, right? We now know that thanks to the in-game news, there is going to be a Super Extreme Z Challenge campaign that will begin on Monday the 14th. Usually to coincide with these campaigns, a couple things happen. Number one, this event is, the Prime Battle event here is going to have, not that one, the Prime Battle event will have its stamina lowered. So the stage will have, which is normally 25 stamina, will be reduced to 12 stamina to complete the stage. Then, on top of that, right, because we now have the increased drop rate, you can run the stage with your support memory boost at double rates, right? If you use your boost here, right, I have seen people get, right, even myself included, when running the Bio Broly one, for example, right, I've gotten over 100 medals in a single run thanks to the support memory and the double boosted run. So definitely, it's definitely not as bad as it seems when this campaign is going on. You also want to make sure you do this not only because he's getting an easy A and he's kind of decent, right? You want to do this because of the Super Extreme Z Challenge campaign. Whenever they do these campaigns, they give out stones for having this guy done. So if you haven't already done him, I highly recommend you do it, right? I don't know if they're going to bring back the missions for awakening. They might actually, right? Because they're kind of building towards a revamp of the beginners missions for the version Z Goku. There's a high likelihood they could also bring back, for players who haven't done it yet, the extreme and the legendary campaign missions for this Goku. So basically, you could get 25 stones for awakening the Goku all the way up to an LR for the first time, and then another, I think it was like 15 for EZAing him, and then they're probably going to give out stones, you know, could be anywhere from 15 to 25 for Super EZAing him, right? Plus all the new stones for completion of the stages. So I highly recommend you do this, because there's probably going to be a bunch of stones involved in this campaign. There always is whenever they do, right? We can get anywhere from, you know, 15 to 25 for the initial campaign, all the way to over 50 if they include new missions, or at least allow newer players to achieve the older missions from the previous campaigns, for having this guy ready. I definitely want to push you guys to do this, because it's going to be worth it. So remember, the big thing here is going to be in the days leading up, grind out as many Vegeta family free-to-play units as you can, mainly focusing on the 2 LRs, because they are going to be the most helpful in increasing your drop rate. I don't think you're going to have them fully awakened, right? If it's anything like the previous one, even SA10 would be enough to get you through the stage and get the medals. So you don't even have to fully grind them out. Just grind one of them out to SA10 and you'll be good to go. And then fill out the rest of these, right? Several of the campaigns are available, like the King Vegeta and this guy you can get right now for clearing the Super Strikes, which are readily available. Same with this Trunks. Right, several of these are super strikes that you could easily grind out right now. And actually, if we head on over to the news here, we can see the other story events that are currently available with the Vegeta campaign. All right, so if we scroll down here to the story events for the Vegeta campaign, right, you can get there we go. Let's do this. Oop, that's not it. There it is. Okay, so if we scroll down here, we can see the story events that are available, right? So you have this one that's available for a Vegeta. You have, oh, is that it? It's just that one. So, okay, so you have one current story event available for Vegeta, and that is this one. The other ones are Super Strikes that you can easily get. If you have the keys to use, which are now pretty much freely and unlimited available, you can use keys to go grab some of the other ones from the various other events, since he's going to be tech, you could prioritize some int ones. So like this Trunks, you can use keys to get him. You can use, well, this guy won't be available because the event hasn't come back yet. So you could definitely prioritize getting this Trunks from his available story event. Definitely prioritize him since his event is available. This guy is very helpful. He's a support unit, will help you clear some of the events faster. So definitely make sure you grab your Vegeta's family characters in the lead up to the start of his event. And then once it drops, make sure you follow our guide, get all of your copies here so you can get all of those sweet, sweet stones. All right. And just be happy that you don't have to go through the long process of doing all of these guys anymore like we had to back when he initially EZA'd a few years ago. So guys, that is it for the video. That is the farming guide for the Super Saiyan Goku. Like I said, make sure you do it so you can get those stones on the 15th when he drops. You don't want to be that guy trying to do it all the day it drops. So that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, Do you guys have this guy already? If you're a newer player, have you attempted this grind? If you all haven't and you plan on doing it when he drops, let us know. If you've already got him grinded out, ready to go, let us know as well. I want to see how many people actually had to go through that old grind. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.